Good evening, this is the Oscar expert here. SAG nominations are on Sunday, and we're going to give you our predictions for what we think is going to win and what's contending. Let's start with film ensemble, Cole. We got Black Panther's in the lead. Then we got Stars Born, Black Klansman, Crazy Rich Asians, and Bohemian Rhapsody. A Star is Born has 3 acting nominations. It's the only one with that many nominations. So The Star is Born is the most nominated movie here. But outside of, those 3, people aren't really talking about that many other performers. And then Black Panther, which has a big diverse cast, a cast that, broke records in terms of diversity and box office success. It has a large cast, a lot of noteworthy people, but none of them nominated here. So really, I think it's Black Panther, Star is Born.
Call me not to disagree with you. I think it's Black Panther or Crazy Rich Asians.
You don't think A Star is Born could win?
It hasn't been picking up that many awards. I just don't see it anymore. I think Black Panther is the clear number 1 because there's so many characters in the movie and actors that are just working together to bring you what Black Panther became. There's so many memorable characters in the movie. And there's so many great actors in it. And it's a chance, it's a chance to honor diversity. Let's not lie here. But there's another movie that's a chance to honor diversity. That's Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, but obviously if you're comparing the two, it's going to be Black Panther. They have no reason
I completely agree.
Black Panther.
But Crazy Rich Asians, it's the fact that it's a milestone.
I would say Black Panther. I'm going to say Black Panther's winning.
I'd say Black Panther's winning too. I wouldn't get your hopes up for Star is Born because that hasn't been working.
It's just there are so many awards that Star is Born has been considered the front runner for, the PGA, the Golden Globe. No, it has not won any of that stuff.
Could still win though. I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't be shocked.
Star is Born could go 0 for 4 here, which is quite surprising. You got Best Actress, where Critics' Choice, Glenn Close and Lady Gaga tied. Golden Globes.
Amazing.
Glenn Close won. I just see Glenn Close winning here. I mean, there's a Screen Actors Guild. Actors just love Glenn Close. She has not won a SAG.
I think people are recognizing that it's Glenn Close's year, and they don't have to see The Wife in order to know that it's her year. I thought it was Lady Gaga originally. I think she's just not happening anymore, and people are still trying to get over that because Lady Gaga has a performance that captivated more people. It was a great performance, totally deserving of an Oscar, but it just so happens that Glenn has a movie where we can finally award her an Oscar, and I heard somebody who's part of SAG saying she was going to vote for Glenn Close not having seen the movie, and I think that's the mentality of a lot of people.
I would say that's hard to argue with. I mean, Glenn Close just going to sweep the awards this season, I think.
Sorry, Olivia Colman. Great performance, but
our best film actor. I think this is the most. I think this is the most interesting race. The race that could really shake up Oscar season because I'll tell you, you have 2 frontrunners here, and whoever wins, I will pick for the Oscar, and I think both of them could win. And it's really crazy what could happen. So you got Christian Bale, who's in the lead, understandably for Vice after winning the Critics' Choice, beating out Rami Malek, who won the Golden Globe, didn't have to compete with Bale there. But Bohemian Rhapsody was not that loved by the Critics' Choice. And the guilds are loving it a lot more. The Oscars loved it more. So that love that people have for Bohemian Rhapsody is very much love for Rami. I mean, it's his movie because it's not Bryan Singer's movie. We can't talk about Bryan Singer.
Absolutely not.
Give all of the credit to the entire movie to Rami Malek. Both these people transformed into real-life figures. That's why Bradley Cooper is not winning. He's not competing with performances of transformation into real-life people like the other two, which is what the awards voters love to see.
I think there's no other way to put it, fellas. This is a neck and neck race. You got Christian Bale, who I think deserves it. He's playing Dick Cheney. He's playing a toad. Totally transformed his body. And then you got Rami Malek, who people are just love. He's young, he's fresh, he's hot. There's just so much passion for him. They could get him the award, and then he could go get the Oscar.
I did think Rami Malek did a really good job with the physicality of Freddie Mercury. He's just fun to watch. I mean, Christian Bale as Dick Cheney, is he fun to watch? Vice was supposed to get nominated for Ensemble here, and Bohemian Rhapsody was not. So the SAGs obviously like Bohemian Rhapsody a lot. And what did we see when the Golden Globes nominated Bohemian Rhapsody a lot? They gave it awards. I kind of think Rami Malek might win this award.
Rami's more fun than Christian Bale. I mean, we can definitely put it that way, but there's no underestimating the brilliance of Christian Bale's performance. I feel like on merit alone, Christian Bale wins, but if people just want to have a good time, to hit the piñata, then Rami wins. Very close. Well, I'm gonna pick Christian Bale, partly because I hope he wins. This is such an Oscar performance. Gary Oldman in Darkest Hour.
I mean, would you agree with me that whoever wins this award is the one you're going to predict for the Oscar?
Yes.
Would you say that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to say Rami Malek because Christian Bale is just, the guy he's playing is not likable, and Rami Malek is so flamboyant and, like, fun.
I agree. He's definitely nipping at Christian Bale's heels. Next up, Cole, we have some Best Supporting Actress where Regina King was royally snubbed. Disgustingly snubbed because she was amazing in the movie.
She should be winning the award. She's not.
I saw the movie and I thought that should win the award. They should just give it to her. They should bring her back into the ceremony, say, surprise, she's nominated and she wins. But no, Amy Adams here is now the front runner, and I think that's what's happening.
I think it makes sense that Amy Adams is the front runner out of all these. You know, the favorite, Emma Stone, Rachel Weisz, like, there's been no consensus as to who is really better in that movie. So I have a hard time imagining that the voters have such a consensus that one prevails over the other and all the other performers. I don't think that's going to happen. That's why I think that Amy Adams maybe has this in the bag.
I think it's obvious that she's winning. I'll just say that. I'd be shocked if anybody else won, including number 2, Rachel Weisz.
Supporting actor Mahershala Ali is up front. He won the Golden Globe. He won the Critics' Choice. People were thinking maybe the Critics' Choice gonna go for Richard E. Grant because Can You Ever Forgive Me was beloved by critics. Green Book a little mixed with critics, but no, went to Green Book. So really, Mahershala, there's not much of a reason to bet against him.
There's a lot of love for Green Book, and his performance was definitely Oscar worthy. So I mean, you know, the last category you have to predict on here in order to get a lot of points is Stunt Ensemble. We have a race between Black Panther and Mission Impossible. I don't see any other films here winning.
Mission Impossible has obviously the most impressive stunts. It's actually like the selling point of the movie. The trailers, everything is just the stunts. But then Black Panther, you know, has love across the board here. Might even win Best Ensemble.
I'm going to say Mission Impossible because it seems like on merit alone that should win. I mean, that movie is like, I've seen behind the scenes of it, Cole. It's pretty insane. If they don't give it to it, it's kind of a disgrace. Because and not that I know what went into Black Panther, but I'm going to predict Mission Impossible. We'll see what happens.
I may also go with Mission Impossible. So those are our SAG predictions. What do you think's gonna win? And then stay tuned when we react to the awards. Maybe have a flip out depending on what they do.
I'm gonna be hooting and howling if Rami wins.